Hey guys, good morning. It's Cecilia, aka ForRealCeil, and what 90 days can do, and the MLS Bitcoin Club. Gosh, it is Hump Day. I can't believe it because the holiday came and went so quickly. Yesterday was like a blur to me. It was a really crazy day, and today I just can't believe it's the middle of the week already. It's just like unreal. So I'm still keeping in prayer all those people who lost their homes, the families that lost loved ones. I'm applauding this young gentleman, and I want to say he's from Wisconsin, but I would probably be wrong. I really should have listened because this is so impactful. Let me tell you, there's a 6-year-old kid out here giving out snacks and beverages to the people who are displaced and are having to evacuate and who are driving past his house, right? And this kid was saving money to go to Disney World, but he decided that he would buy food and beverages and hand it out to all the people who are displaced because of the storm. And not only is he stopping people and giving them, refreshments, but he's also praying for them and praying with them on their journey. That is so crazy. Like, that kid's parents are raising him like super right. God bless you, child. You are such a beautiful child of God and a creation that, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. You are going to be like the most successful person in the world. And I just say, it's really, really great to hear good stuff like that. And, from his appearance, he appears to be an African American, so that makes it, hey, I just love it. I really love it. I embrace that. I fully embrace it. So listen, guys, it's Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. There's a lot going on out here. The weather's changing. People are back to school. School bus safety is a big issue. Importance of paying attention to traffic. Don't forget, don't go around the bus. You'll get that ticket, and it's a ticket you really don't want to have. And also, you could possibly run over a kid. So I even have to be mindful myself because I love to drive, and I gotta slow down. It's just the time of the year where everything takes a little bit longer to get to, and you gotta have patience. So speaking about things that take a little longer to get to, and patience is where we go into trading. Sometimes when you're in the trade room or when you're on the market and you're watching a trade, you have to learn that patience. You got to learn that balance between being able to wait for something to happen before you make a move. The thing is timing. You don't always have to be in an active trade. You can watch, observe, and get in just on time. Everything does not have to be a now moment. And that's so significant, and it makes sense with like so many different things in life, because we do need to learn how to wait. I'm gonna tell you, and I'm speaking from my own experience, I'm an impatient person. It's terrible. I've learned to be better with it, and these are things that I'm working on for myself. I pray for that, because honestly, being impatient can mess you up. People get into car accidents. People jump into what they think are opportunities and get ripped off, or imbalance of things just go wrong. There are so many different reasons why patience is a virtue, and it's very important to pay attention to indicators of when you're supposed to wait. So I love that, like, everything in life correlates around, and life is a circle. It's a full circle, because one thing has relation to another. Every aspect of one thing in life may also apply to another. There are things that we don't even think about that could be related in an indirect manner. But ultimately, all things are equal. All things come together and make sense. Like patience. Okay, we gotta be patient. You wait for your turn. You have respect for others. You're a generous giver. You genuinely care for people. Where do these attributes for a person come into play? Where can they be helpful? Would it make you a better business person? Would it make you a more likable being? Would it make you a more successful worker or a team player? Would it make you more likely to be able to get through to another person who doesn't want to hear reason from other people? There are so many things that those kind of attributes in other people can feed as a positive energy. You know what I'm saying? So again, we got magnetism, and our mind is a very powerful thing. The way we think, the way we feel, our anxieties, our likes, our dislikes, and what we vibrate out into the universe all come back to us, and it's everything full circle. So I just dig it. It's just like, wow. You would think that some things that we do in life would not be have any impact on other things, but again, everything does. Everything matters. Being an honest person, being a caring person, is super important. Honesty is really good, and I tell you, if I tell a white lie, I feel guilty. It just don't sit well with me, and that's an attribute. I got that from my mom. Like, she just was just very, very supportive and such a great role model, because she taught me so many ethics, so many virtues, and then allowed me on an early age to go to church and learn that agape love for people, and learn the beauty of being a blessed Christian and the beauty of redemption. God gave a lot for us, and to give back is something that I've always been big about. So that's why, again, that child's journey, boy, I'm telling you, he has such wonderful things to look forward to in his life. That guy, he's a blessing. I really, really am so proud of him and his family. So News 12, New Jersey, we showed the little 6-year-old. I can't remember what town it was. I was busy getting ready for work and stuff, but I saw it, and it's impactful. It made me tear up, and I'm just proud of you guys. So just know he's an amazing guy. Listen, I think about my grandkids when I see stuff like that. I think about what givers they're going to be, how talented they're going to be, how bright and energetic they're going to be. Why? Because I'm learning a lot of stuff every day. Like I said, we have a club. It's a financial literacy club, right? And we talk about all kinds of great things, and we're learning tools and utilizing instruments to help us grow. Do you know, this is my first year. I did my filing, my federal filing for my entity, and I paid my fees and stuff. So I'm all set for a whole nother year of running my LLC, right? So it was painless. I mean, I reported, I did what I had to do, and it's done like in minutes, because I was taught to do this. Had I not been given these tools or information on how to run a business, or how to do this, how to do your filing, how to make sure you stay up to date with your stuff, it might have been a scary thing for me, and I might have incurred additional costs that I didn't have to pay to let a registered agency file for me. Why would I do that when I could just press a button, answer some questions, and do what I did? And it was just really painless, As time goes on and I start cycling lots and lots of money through my business, well, that may be a different thing. But then again, I've always been good at stuff like that. Like, I was filing taxes and doing paperwork for taxes and stuff since I was 15. I had my first job at the age of 13. Started working with CETA, and I worked ever since. So I've always been filing taxes, doing other things, paperwork with numbers and things like that. Am I an accountant? Heck no. Could I work in a fiscal office? Possibly, but would I want to? Not really. But again, that's what calculators are for. That's what formulas are for, and that's what knowing, how to document and journal things carefully come into play. And that is one good thing that, again, my mother taught me. My mother, these things that people take for granted and think that schools are going to teach you. Not every school teaches you how to be accountable, how to keep your records, how to keep track of what you're doing, and how to be a journaler. My mother wrote down everything, and I'm telling you, when she wrote down everything, she wrote down everything. And it'd be like a thought, she'll write it down. A prayer, she'll write it down. Somebody did something. She watching my kids. One kid hits another kid, and the kid says something. She'll write it down, and she'll write what they said and how they said it and what they looked like when they said it. And it just was funny, really descriptive, really detailed, and she kept everything. And I'm saying when she kept everything, I mean she keep records. She would keep her records. She could find stuff and put her fingers on it when she needed it, and that came in handy so many times. And I've learned from that, and I learned to be a good record keeper, organized when it comes to my paperwork, organized when it comes to details, and just paying attention and stuff like that. And it's a good trait. I don't knock it. School didn't teach me that. We went to class, we learned how to read and write, we learned social studies. We did have home economics though, and that class in school was very helpful. Back in the day, I think it was a lot better than it is right now, because, oh gosh, our home economics class taught us just more than just cooking and stuff. They taught us about how to write a check, how to journal and log a check ledger or a savings account ledger. I could remember at an early age writing out, fake checks, and learning how to print the dollar amount in Word format as well as numerically, so current age millennial or younger generation than that may not even know what a paper check is. You know what I'm saying? They might have no idea how to write a check. They might have no idea how to mail a letter. Do they know that they need to put a stamp on it? Do they know what the post office does and how it's done? It's so many things that we take for granted. Just like dialing a rotary phone. We're from that era that we have rotary phones. We know how to dial it. But I've seen videos. Now, for me personally, I think that the results of those videos are probably staged. But then again, trying to think of it, if you've never been taught how something works and you don't have that logic mindset, like you can figure out stuff just by looking. Like, for example, I had a conversation yesterday and I mentioned that my guy told me, if I just look, I could learn, or should be able to figure it out. Yeah, when you're with someone and you're talking, you could be vocal about it, but you do also have to be analytic. You do have to be able to look at things and figure stuff out. You can't just go by what people tell you, because listen, not everybody that's telling people stuff know what they're talking about. So it's really important that people just get their stuff from good, reliable resources. Learn about things. It's a funeral coming up. Learn about things, as many things as they can. Choose wisely who they learn from. figure it out whenever you have a time to look at stuff and figure things out for yourself. Yeah, you should always try to work through things. I get that, and I agree with that too. But if a child looks at a rotary phone and they know that when we dial a regular phone and we press numbers, those numbers send us to the number that we're looking for. When they look at a rotary phone and they see numbers, and they know that if they move that number, that is going to be part of a full phone number that they need to duplicate, I would personally think that they should know that they're going to have to do something with the dial, like move it and do the same motion with every number. But that's just my analytical thought process. I can't guess, because I don't like to use the word assume. I can't guess that everyone would be able to figure that out for themselves, but I would like to believe that as smart as these new age children are, that they would be able to. So that's why I think that those videos are kind of weird and may or may not be true. But hey, in the event that it is true, it's just a good example of being taught, learning from people how to apply methods and techniques. So learn today all that you can. Get good instructors. Try to be really focused. And I'm driving, that's why I'm not focused. I'm focusing on the road because there's a lot of crazies out here. Try to be really focused and apply yourself. That's all I can say. Take notes. Be a note taker. I mean, repetitive action is something about writing something down. The motion of writing it, the feel of writing it, the mind cognitive thought process that goes behind writing down something somehow triggers the memory process of that thing. All right, and it's really a powerful tool. So when people first started writing things, it wasn't just to leave information for another person. It was also so they could go back and remember, or that they can recall what they were told, taught, saw, or what have you. And it works. So the person who thought of writing, and making notebooks and notepads and stuff, hey, kudos to you too. So I'm gonna get off of this little video. It's just a conversation. I talk randomly, but I correlate. Some people may like it, some people may not like it. I just talking, and I'm telling the truth. So that's something that you could always be assured of when you're listening to me. So you guys have a great day. Pay attention to your surroundings, people around you. Watch the cars, the tolls, and and watch the weather. All right, bye-bye.